This nigga jumping corners and shit? Oh, that's a real person. That's why I didn't even know. Oh my god, 4-piece no biscuit. Yo, what's good, everyone? I'm not gonna lie, I gotta take a shit, bro. But I got an important matter to talk about today. Extremely underrated matter to talk about today. Is I am quitting weed. Today marks the day I'm quitting the za. I want to talk about some of the underrated effects of za that we don't even think about, or at least for people who use it. Because I'm assuming if you're watching this, you use za. Because I'm probably gonna name the video along the lines of why I stopped smoking or something like that. But first, to understand why I'm gonna stop smoking, you need to understand how I started smoking and my history with the za, my relationship with the weed. Right? So I started smoking junior year. My first experience with my boy was like, yo, my boy got me some medical stuff. He's like, yo, I can get a bowl and we can go smoke it. And I was like, you know, fuck it, bet. It was junior year. Junior year, I had just got my car. Like literally, and it's actually funny because as soon as I got my car, I did not give a fuck about school. I got my car and I was working at Chick-fil-A at the time. So I had money, I had a little bit of money. So I had a little bit of money and I was working and I was in school. So it's like, as soon as I had my car, I was skipping class all the fucking time, right? Uh-oh. Oh my God, sit down. Hold on. Oh my God. Right? All right. Back to the story. Right? So as soon as I got my car, I was always skipping class. It was actually kind of unfortunate because in junior year I had physics. I was actually really good at physics, but I just skipped. That was the class I had right before lunch, and I can give a fuck about it, so I just skipped that shit all the time. But I got my car junior year, and so right, and my boy was like, yo, my boy got me some weed, some medical stuff. Yo, let's go smoke this. So he got a bowl, he got a lighter. This is literally my first experience with, well, not my first. Actually, this technically actually is my first. My first real one that continued since then, right? Right. So he was like, yo, let's go smoke this. So we went to the park. It was a big park with a big parking lot. Opened up the trunk of my car. We started literally one bowl, one blizzy, one hit. Whew! I was fried, bro. I'm never gonna forget that shit. I always explain it to my friend like it felt like I had daggers pushing my eyes down. Not necessarily in a bad way. Like it was literally, that was just my only way to explain the drowsiness after you smoking the za. Because when you're not used to it, you're gonna feel tired. Like, and that was like my first experience smoking like a lot, right? Or like a good amount, enough to actually get high. Now the actual first experience I had with the za was I was in 6th grade. Crazy, because in 5th grade you take that class to literally show that you're not gonna, like the whole DARE program is to literally show you're not gonna do drugs, and you know the effects of drugs, and you're not gonna do that. But 6th grade, I had a really bad influence friend. Unfortunately, he's actually dead now for driving too fast under the influence. But he had a roach, and he lit it up, and we was trying to smoke that shit, but it was so small that I literally couldn't even get high off it. So like, that was technically the first time I smoked, but it didn't really get me anywhere. I literally didn't even get high, right? So going back to what I was saying when I was smoking in the trunk of my car, right? So that day, it was me, my other boy Jason, and my boy Alan. Or actually, I can say names because they're not gonna watch this shit. And who knows if I can see shit in the future. I should have knifed his ass. Yo! You got the AI camping my shit, bro. You got the AI pre-firing my shit, bro. Right, so we hit the bull in the back of my car, right? Then we literally immediately went back to my house because we wanted to get something, but the plan was to smoke and then go to the mall, right? Or like just go chill at the mall. Like we're in high school, this is what you do in high school, right? So as soon as we got back to the crib, sat down on the couch, I was like so relaxed. And yes, I mean this is junior year. This is already like 6 years ago now. But yes, I drove back home. It's not like, to me, driving high is no different than driving sober. To me, actually, I'm gonna get on that later, but I feel like driving high is actually easier than driving sober, right? So let me go back to the story, right? So we went back to my house, sat down on the couch, and instantly I was like, yo, I'm so relaxed, like it feels so good, like. And little did I know, oh, that was the entrance to the rabbit hole. Oh, was I falling down that rabbit hole? Because after that day, I couldn't tell you when I didn't want to do it again. And I think literally the next day, he still had some of that from that 8th, and we smoked again. But already the next day, I was already not feeling the effects, or not feeling as strong, right? But I didn't know, like, I didn't understand, like, substances by that point, or even medicine. If you take it too much, like, sometimes your body just builds tolerance to it, or not sometimes, it does. Your body does build a tolerance. So that was all the way back in junior year, right? I would say probably from junior year to maybe my gap year that I took after high school. I was probably just a one bull Chad, probably like maybe 2 hits off the cart, 3 hits off the cart, and I was fried. Like, not just high, I was fried, right? So then, oh, that's the first, that's my teammate. What am I doing? Oh, right, I was fried. So then after my gap year, right? I was thinking, I was like, what do I actually want to do in my life? I don't even know what I still right now don't even know what I want to do in my life, technically, like. But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to trade school to be an electrician. Even if I don't like doing it, it's a pretty secure thing to do, right? Like, even if, I mean, first of all, when you get your license, you're guaranteed X amount of money, which is like, guaranteed like $45 an hour, which is insane. Oh my God, hold on. Oh my God, what the fuck? What the fuck? All the way up until like my gap year high school, I was just like one bull, well, like 1 hit off the, like 2 hits off the cart, and I was fried. I remember, I think even that summer before I even went to my trade school, I ate my first edible, and like, I still never had an experience like that again. But actually, yeah, I'll tell you that too, because this is the reason why I'm stopped smoking weed. So my first edible experience, right? I think it was the summer of my gap year. So like, I really wasn't doing shit. Like, I was literally just working, and I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because like I was about to go to college and waste fucking $30,000, $40,000, or whatever, how much it is for 1 year, and then figure out what I was gonna do, right? And then switch major, whatever, all these other bullshit. Yeah. So my boy got me this edible. He was like, "Yo, these nerd ropes, they have 500 milligrams each." I still never even found that same type of edible still to this day. I don't know where the fuck he got that shit, how he got it. Because I haven't found no ropes like edibles like that still. I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Like I can't go back. Like, once you take the edible, you're in it. You're really in it. Like, oh my god, what are those spawn right? And then I spawn right here. So right, when you eat an edible, you're in it. Like, even if you throw up, you're in it. You're in it. There's no leaving it. Right? And that was my first time actually like understand, like trying to grasp that concept. Like, once you're in it, right? I was like, fuck it. To me, I'm just a fuck it, whatever. I'm a fuck it around and find out type of nigga, right? I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat the whole shit. Ate the whole shit. Oh, was that a mistake? 500 milligrams from a guy that can smoke 1 bowl and be fried. 500 milligrams. What that does to a guy that can eat, that smokes 1 bowl, takes 1 hit of the cart, and gets fried. Hold on, hard scope clip. And guess, you know what that does? So basically, right, I ate it, or it was, I'll give you some time frames, right? It was probably like 2 in the afternoon, and we were literally about to get snacks because we know what we're about to walk into, right? And we're about to walk into a shop, right? I was like, fuck it. I ate that shit, walked into the shop, right? But I knew edibles took a little bit to hit, right? So I was like, I wasn't expecting anything instantly. We were probably in there for probably like 15 minutes. It was a hot ass summer day, right? I'm not sure if that actually, you know, you're sweating and shit, you got your blood flowing around more. I'm not sure if that actually makes the THC flow through your body more or whatever, right? But by the time we left the store, it was probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I started feeling that shit, right? But by this point, I was already kind of used to smoking, so like, this is just like a buzz. I was like getting a buzz, right? We got back to my boy's crib. We just started chilling, eating snacks, talking, and whatever, just feeling it, right? I was like, yo, we're just sitting outside and feeling in the sun. I'm like, yo, this is feeling crazier. I was like, yo, I'm getting like more, I'm feeling my energy going down and down and down, and my fucking, and it's like, I'm just sitting there not doing anything. To me, that's cool, right? I'm like, smoking weed, like, or not smoking weed, like, just ate edible, like, spirits high. And then I was high as shit, right? I just ate mad red velvet Chips Ahoy cookies, like hella. And I was high as shit. I was like, you know what? I can't take this anymore. I was like, I gotta lay down or something. So I was like, yeah, let's go to the room, whatever. Pause. Let's go, but his room, right? He had a big, his AC I don't know what AC he had. I don't know what brand it was, but that was the best AC I've ever experienced in my life, still to this day. That AC used to work on max power 24/7 and bring his room down to like 50 degrees, like chill down to 50 degrees. Best AC I ever been in, right? So we go from the hot, scorching sun, it was probably like 86 degrees, like 97% humidity, to no humidity, 50 degrees room. So, oh my God, it feels insanely good, right? So I fall asleep instantly, right? But we just had bought snacks, right? So I wasn't necessarily tired. I was just tired because the edible. So I was sleeping, but I was also eating. So not only did we get I got red velvet chips or chips ahoy cookies, right? But I also got like these scorching. I got the scorching hot Doritos, and if you ever ate those before, you know that they have like the red kind of like Taki powder, like the Taki shit on them. So your fingers get red. Your fingers get OD red. And then also, well, that makes your mouth and your tongue red, right? So, in and out of my delirious state of being conscious and unconscious and eating at the same time while also sleeping. I knew I was hungry as shit. Like I knew I was hungry as shit. But I was also sleeping, so like I was tired and hungry as shit. So I was eating and sleeping at the same time. My boys actually have a video of me doing this shit. It's actually kind of funny, but I don't have that video and I don't want to see that video right now. So I'm just gonna pick up a regular gun, whatever. So then I was fried. Oh, I can't even aim with the regular gun. So it got to the point where it was like, I think 9 o'clock or like 9 or 10 o'clock. Like it was getting late. It was me, Alan, and Josue. Josue actually, he didn't do anything. Josue was actually the sober friend this time. Me and Alan were fried. Right? So then Josue, he was sober the whole time. Josue was literally just chilling there the whole time watching us. He was like, yo, I'm hungry. Like, he's like, yo, but I was kind of hungry too. Even though I was eating and sleeping, I was eating some junk food bullshit. Like, I was hungry too. So I was like, fuck it. Like, my boy was fried. My boy was like, or Alan he was fried too. Like, this is like one of his more first experiences doing edible too. Like, and Josue was sober, but like completely sober, but he doesn't. By that point, he didn't know how to drive. And Josue had mad pussy, so he wasn't gonna drive. And honestly, I did not want that nigga to drive my car because Josue, he would crash that. She would fuck that shit up somehow, right? Right? So Josue, I was like, this nigga's not gonna drive my shit. So obviously, I'm gonna drive my shit. So as soon as so first of all, I woke up out of my delirious state, right? Not any less higher than what I was earlier. If anything, it got easily like 4 times worse than what I felt like I needed to go to sleep for. But at least I had already slept, so I wasn't like that tired, and I was hungry. So like some motivation, right? We get up, we get to the car. Even my boy's like, yo, he's like, maybe you shouldn't drive. I was like, no. I was like, no. I got this, right? Lock the fuck in. Start driving to McDonald's, right? We got on the main road because McDonald's on the main, like a big main road. I promise you, I probably remember like 5 minutes of that drive because my eyes was closed. I was sleeping part of that drive. See, it's funny thinking back at it's funny retelling the story because nothing happened, nothing bad happened. But like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid looking back at it. Right? So we're on the main road. If you're going towards McDonald's, you have to pass the Burger King, right? Actually, all right, so continue the story. So when we actually make it to McDonald's, right? I'm sitting in the drive-thru. Well, I'm so tired, right? I think I dropped shot by a bot. I'm still so tired, and before I was driving, right? So that was keeping me up. That was keeping me aware, and like that aware. Like the reason why I was aware at all is literally because I was driving, right? So the second we got to the drive-thru, I was like, yo, we stopped moving. I was like, yo, I was low-key, that drive low-key felt crazy. Like, I didn't say it, but I was like, in my head, I was like, yo, that drive low-key felt crazy. Like, I was like, my stomach feels crazy. Like, and remember, I just ate all the red velvet cookies and that fucking scorching hot Doritos just earlier. In the McDonald's drive-thru, right? My car's in drive still, because you don't fucking put your car in park in the drive-thru. Low-key a little bit of a long drive-thru, but we're sitting there, right? I'm feeling it. I'm like, yo, am I really about to yak? And I've already greened out before, right? Off of like very small amounts of weed, I've already greened out. There's that second before you yak, you just know what's coming. And that's your only second you have to do something, right? That's the only second you actually have to do something before you know, you get throw up everywhere, wherever you don't want it to be, right? So as soon as I felt that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna clean throw up out of the carpet of my car, because my car has carpet floor, right? I think every car has carpet floor. But I was like, I'm not gonna clean this shit. I opened the door, yak right in the right in McDonald's parking lot, right? Or right in the drive-thru of McDonald's, right? First of all, I didn't even give a shit. Now that I'm actually saying out loud, I don't even know if anyone even saw me. And even if anyone even saw me, I didn't give a fuck, because while I was throwing up, I took my foot off of the brake, and I don't know how close I was to the other car, but I was probably less than a fucking centimeter from the car in front of me. And thank God I did not hit that shit, because that, oh my God, that fucking problem. If I hit that car after I just threw up in the McDonald's drive-thru being that fried, it would have been over. Like, it would have just been over, right? So actually, that's all I remember from the McDonald's drive-thru. But I do remember we got our food, and then we left McDonald's, right? Or we didn't even make it that far. You know how I just told you you have to pass Burger King to get to McDonald's, and it's probably okay. So that drive is probably like less than like 3 minutes, right? So going back towards Burger King is in the direction of my house, right? So while we were going back to the direction of my house, I was still like, I just threw up in the McDonald's parking lot. We just got the food. It smells good. It smells amazing. That shit smelled fucking beautiful. That shit smelled, can't even describe. That shit smells so good, right? After not eating anything all day and having straight like 500 milligrams of Za in my system all day, right? So then we start driving back to my house, right? But then I was like, we didn't even make it. We didn't even make it to the red light. Like the first red light I got to, I was falling asleep at the wheel. I was like, nah, I can't just keep driving like right now. I gotta take at least like a 5-minute break, something, a small break, something, right? I was like, yeah. I was like, all right, yeah, let's go take a break. I was like, we stopped the Burger King parking lot, literally like 3 minutes up the street. I got out the car, right? Jose was like, yo, get out the car, maybe walk around a little bit or something, right? Got out the car, put my hands on the roof of my car, took one bite of my Big Mac, and then yacked again. But I told you I was eating all this red shit, the red velvet cookies and this fucking Scorching Cat Doritos. All this throw up was pure red. Like this throw up in the McDonald's drive-thru, pure red. Throw up in the Burger King parking lot, pure red. After one bite, I yacked. I was like, fuck, man. I was like, fuck though. But I was so hungry. The food tasted so good. That shit wasn't gonna turn me from fucking trying to eat that shit. I didn't throw up on my food, right? I just took a bite and then like threw over to the side. So then I threw up that first bite. Like I never even made it down my stomach. I never even made it down my throat or anything. So I take the second bite. Boom. Bite again. Yak again. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should put this down. You know, maybe I was like, maybe eating right now isn't the best choice. Like maybe I should put this down right now, right? So then I took a couple fries. I ate literally probably like a few fries. And my friend was like, or Josue was like, the boy that was sober. He was like, yo, maybe, he's like, yo, maybe can you just take me home? Because we were closer to his house. Because the plan was to go back to my boy's Alan's house, right? But we were actually like on CTI, we were closer to my boy's Josue's house. So he was like, yo, if you're already this fucked up, he's like, yo, just take me home. He's like, yo, don't even worry about it. He's like, yo, just get home safe. Just make sure you're good, right? I was like, you know what? I was like, that sounds good. That sounds good. I can't be mad at that. I can't complain about that, right? Like, just take him home right now. Make sure I'm good, cause I'm throwing up. I'm sleeping behind the wheel. Like it's going left, but it didn't go left bad enough to where something happened yet, right? So now I'm starting to take Josue back to his house, right? And from Burger King, that's probably another like 10 to 12 minute drive, or maybe like 8 to 10 minute drive, right? So I don't remember actually taking him home. I do remember taking like one bend on a side street. I don't remember stopping to see him get out or dapping him up to get him out to when he get out the car. I don't remember any of that part or anything. But he did make it home. And then yeah. We did. So then now from Josue's house back to Alan's house, Josue lives across town, right? Now to get to Alan's house, that shit was, now from Josue's house to Alan's house, now that shit went from 8 minutes, you know, from Burger King to Josue's house. Now that's just like 15 to 20 minutes, right? So now this is a truth. Now this is a truth. So now I don't remember what I did. I think part of the reason why I was struggling to keep consciousness is because, like, I mean, obviously besides the extreme intoxication, also like extreme intoxication, but it was night and I also wasn't playing any music, right? So like even just being tired and not playing music, you can genuinely fall asleep behind a wheel. Like I like before I used to think, how the fuck do people fall asleep behind the wheel? But driving is too comfortable sometimes. Like you can get way too comfortable driving sometimes. All right, so I don't know how I got back to my boys Alan's house, right? I can use their real names because they might, who knows, they might actually be famous in fucking couple years time. So we make it back to my boys Alan's house, right? I don't remember not one bit of that drive. Like I remember at least one bend taking Josue home. Going back to my boy Alan's house, I literally do not remember not one bit of that drive. But we did make it there, right? No scratches on the car, no crashes, no nothing. But as soon as we got back to Alan's house, I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm going right back to sleep. Went to sleep, woke up probably like 6 a.m., right? I don't even know what time I went to sleep. I just know it was late at night. It was late enough to where like nobody was driving on the road. So it was probably like 10 or 9 or 11, somewhere around there. Like late enough to where no one's on the roads, but McDonald's is still open because that McDonald's is not 24/7, right? So I wake up again. I don't remember any of that drive, make it back home or make it back to Alan's house, whatever. I just remember his room was cool as shit. Stepping back in that shit felt like heaven. Knocked the fuck out instantly, like instantaneously, right? Woke up again around like 5-6 a.m. and like I guess I really severely underestimated or overestimated the edible or underestimated the edible because like I woke up the next day still fried. Like I was coming down, but I was so fried that like I felt myself coming down, but I was still so high to a level where I knew I wasn't there. I was never at that level before, right? But at least I'm coming down, right? So it's not gonna get worse. It's not gonna keep getting worse and worse. So now it's 6 in the morning, whatever, 5 in the morning. I wake up, I'm hungry as shit. Like, I'm hungry as shit. Because the day before, I literally didn't eat anything. And then I threw up everything I ate anyways. And all I had in my system was straight THC, right? So I was hungry as shit, like 5-something a.m., 5:30 a.m., whatever. So I woke up and actually went to the car, right? I went up and went to my car, and this was actually, that's when I realized what I actually ordered for the first time. I didn't even know what I ordered. No! I didn't even know what I ordered, right? So that last night, what I got a Big Mac meal with like a 6-piece nugget and some cookies, right? And a large Sprite. Fire! But it was 5 a.m. and I got it last night, so that shit was cold, right? But I was still high as shit, so I didn't care. I was eating that shit. Oh, I took it to I took it back inside to my boy's room, and I was eating that shit, just nomming on that shit, just straight nomming on that shit. And he said, and he was high as shit too, right? He wasn't up, but he said like when he actually got up, he said he heard me eat. He said he heard me eating because I was eating so loud, right? But that food, I didn't warm it up, so he's the one who actually told it to me. He was like that food must have been cold because he said that food must have been cold because I didn't hear the microwave or anything. I was like, yeah, that shit was cold, but I was hungry as shit. Like I was so hungry. And I actually apparently I had woken up like his mom or like somebody because I got up. It was like 5 in the morning, and it was like on a Saturday or whatever, or like Sunday. So I made it back to my house. And then that's when I realized, that's when my mom realized I wasn't home, but my mom didn't even realize I was home, or she knew I wasn't home. So when I got home, she said, where the fuck was I? But I was like, don't even worry about it. I was like, I was just in the friend's crib, like. And that was true though, I wasn't lying. I was just at my friend's house. But it's just what we were doing. She'll never know. But I mean, this story actually turned out a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. So I guess I'll just make like a short series of why you should stop quitting weed. And this story is just no way his command will just send him that far. I gotta see this shit, bro. Oh my god! I guess I'll make a little part series or something because this story was actually a lot longer than I thought it was. But it was also a lot more enjoyable than I thought it was too. Like, and this whole experience To me, it was not a bad experience. It was not a bad, to me that was fun as fuck. To me that was not a bad experience, and that was a fun experience to me. And that's also when I realized I had a skill. I had a skill, and I don't care what anyone says, it is a skill. Being able to drive under the influence is a skill not everyone is capable of, especially that extreme under the influence without crashing, right? But this video is just kind of dragging on now, so I'll make a part 2 to the series of why I stopped quitting Za. But this story is definitely a part of the series, so stay tuned for the next one. And I love you all. Have a good one. Peace.